Well, wasn't what I planned on doing this afternoon, but uh, I found 5 more of these stupid rolls, so I gotta go through them. Even though 99.9% of them are 2020Ps, there are a few others in there that are not, that I want to get out. So I got to take this back to the bank when I get my ride. So I got to keep track of how many I take out of each roll because I'm re-rolling as I look at them. And then I have some change to take back. Yeah, the angry nickels are back, huh, Charles? Driving me crazy, these stupid things. I thought I was done with them, and then I went to get the box to count up what I had to go to the bank, and here sat 5 of the bloody blues, as I call them. So I figured I'd go through them, but roll them back up, and take them to the bank. I got about $110 worth of change I'm taking back today because I have a ride. I guess the good news, well, it may be good news, I'm not sure yet. The doctor's office just called me, and they finally found a neurologist that can see me on May the 10th. No, I have not been to the car wash. I've been so sick, Bill, I haven't been able to drive, but I may offer to wash my niece's car if she'll get me some car wash quarters. But I have been so sick, it has been really hard for me to even be on the air. Anyway, they found a neurologist that's going to see me on May the 10th. The only problem is I got to get a ride because the neurologist is in Roanoke. I am in Galax. That's over 100 miles. I'm praying that my niece can take me because I desperately need that appointment. They have to find out what is causing this because I can't stay on all these weird medications indefinitely. They just kind of have me in a state of suspended animation, I guess you could call it. I haven't been able to be doing my shows. I occasionally pop on when the meds allow me to. They don't know what's wrong with me, Bill. I have some sort of neurological disorder that is causing my... They started out, they thought it was an ear infection, but it's not. It's causing me to shake, and it's causing me to lose my ability to see. Sometimes I can't hear. Most of the time I can't walk, unless my doctor has kind of figured out a little drug cocktail that will let me function. This causes headaches so severe that the only way I can describe it is like a horse kicking you in the head and then stepping back on your head to see what it kicked. I have spent a great deal of time in bed sedated because I have seen 9 doctors who have given 7 completely different um, diagnoses, and they have tried the diagnoses for each one of those, and none of them have worked. So that leaves Susie not being able to function. And when I say I can't function, I mean I can't drive. I can barely fix my dinner. It's bad. Okay, so I need to find 10 nickels over here to replace the 10 I took out of that roll. I have so many different ailments that without them putting me in and doing a full workup on me, they're not going to have a clue. In fact, we're trying to get me into a research study at the University of Michigan, which is the third highest ranked hospital in the United States. And I used to live in Michigan. So, yeah, there's so many things wrong with me that one is causing another, which is causing another, which is causing another. And so that's kind of what the situation is nobody can tell me what's wrong with me. And when I try to get doctor's appointments, they are 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, and I'll be dead by then. So I've got to figure out now how to get to this one in Roanoke. The only person I have to drive me is my niece, and she homeschools her kids. So it may be a problem. And the bigger problem is if I don't stay on this temporary drug regimen that they have me on that's controlling it, then I can't function. And on May 11th, I have a teleconference that my whole life depends on because it's for my divorce. So I'm in big trouble. If we can't get some kind of control going here with this to the end of it, I am actually selling pretty much everything I own and getting a motorhome so that they can get me back to Michigan. Because when I lived in Michigan, that was when they did discover treatments for 2 of the diseases that I have. So I kind of owe the fine medical staff up in Michigan my life, and hopefully they can do something for me up there. And I actually have a better support system up there. I have maybe 2 people here. One actually, which is my niece, and my niece's family is not planning on staying here much past July. Once the kids are done with school, I'm pretty sure they are moving, and my sister is no longer supportive. And I understand I am time consuming. My medical problems could overwhelm anybody. But at least if I go to Michigan, I first of all, I know how the system works in Michigan. And second, I do know a lot more people there who have already said they would step up and help as far as getting me to appointments and that sort of thing. So there is a GoFundMe going right now to try to get me a motorhome so that I have a place to stay when I go from medical facility to medical facility. And I can keep my little M3 kitty. And also coming up soon, there's going to be 3 different buy it now auctions. One of them will be for my jewelry, my handcrafted jewelry and home decor. One of them will be for coins and metal detecting, and one is just a mishmash auction of things that I'm going to try to sell to help finance staying alive. Sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, they thought I actually did die back in 2010, twice in an operating room. So I've already been blessed by an extra 11 years. But I am not willing to give up quite yet. I've got a lot of things I still want to get done. I got this fancy Scratch has got his hall pass. Atta boy, Scratch. You knew I was going to check, didn't you? So, anyway, to that end, I will be selling a lot of what I own. Problem is, I have to get myself well enough to even do that. I had my niece come yesterday and photograph some of the items just so I wouldn't have to, because my eyes didn't want to focus. Okay, so I need 9 more nickels. Oh my goodness. That's pennies. Oh, yeah, I just want to finish these 5 rolls so that I can, when my niece comes, I can take all this change back to the bank. Try to. Oh, pooey. 4. Eight, 9. So, anyway, that's what's going on. I got 3 more rolls I gotta do before I can go to the bank. And then I go, like I said, I gotta try to figure out how in the world I am gonna get to Roanoke. That's the problem here, is where I live, they don't have the doctors that I need. So I kind of have to relocate. I am okay today because I'm heavily medicated. I still have the headache. The headache never goes away. I just want to go through these last 5 rolls of nickels that I discovered in my bedroom so I can get them back in the bank. I'm trying to gather up as much money as I can. Noon Central Time. Okay. I will try, Larry. I can't promise. You know, the way I am now, I can't promise from one day to the next if I'm even going to be out of bed. It's horrible. And, you know, you can't tell, like, okay, I got a ticket on my way to the doctor the last time I had to go up in North Virginia. And it's the most ridiculous ticket I've ever heard of. I don't know what that says. But I got a ticket for malfunctioning speedometer. Go figure that one. So it's $106 that I don't have. So I kind of want to go and argue that. how would they even be able to tell if my speedometer was malfunctioning? For one thing, it's kind of a made up thing, but $106 out of my meager income would be enough to get my lights turned off. So I need to go argue that ticket, but I have no way to get there because I can't drive like this. Yeah, that's a lot of money. For me, that's a whole lot of money. And I just, things like that, I can't ask my niece every day, drive me 60 miles, drive me 100 miles. I can't do that. And this whole area is spread out like that. So it is not a good place for me to live. I'm not saying it's not a nice place. I'm just saying it is not a good place for me. With my medical conditions, it is not it's not the right location. I have to be somewhere where they have large medical facilities with research labs and all of that kind of stuff. And if I'm going to have to move, I'm going to go back somewhere that I'm already familiar with and that some of my doctors have already been contacted and said, absolutely, we will take you back. So that's where I'm at. I was supposed to be having a big yard sale coming up, but unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond a bunch of our control, that got canceled. I'm not going to mention any names. It just didn't pan out. So now I have a living room full of items that were supposed to go into that sale that I have to figure out how to get out of my living room. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to be doing this buy it now sale, plural buy it now sale. 3 different categories. There will be the jewelry and art category. There will be the coins and metal detecting category, and there will be the yard sale category, which is everything else that doesn't fit in those first 2 categories. Still working on trying to get the motorhome lined up. I do have several people up in Michigan who have said they would be happy to assist with driving me around and getting me to places I need to go. So, plus up there, I know the system up there. I know the insurance system. I know how to get transportation for my health needs. And so that is going to be a big help. And truthfully, I miss Michigan. I miss my friends up there. I miss my doctors. My doctors were way better. So that's, you donate, Mikey, you're sure the ladies will bid high for him. Oh my goodness, you're so funny, Scratch. All right, well, let me get this rolled up, and then I got one more. And by the way, Charles and Werner X, who were both winners on my April 12th giveaway, have both donated their prizes back to be placed in the Buy It Now auction to help me out. So that was really awesome with those 2 gentlemen. I hope someday to be well enough to make it up to everybody. I did actually do my, that was the news show this morning. I've been trying to get back into doing that one if I don't do anything else, because number one, it's a short show, and number two, it gets me back into the routine of taking my medication at that time and sitting for the hour and letting it take effect. So I have been trying to do that show. Hey, modest Moongazer. So anyway, I'm trying to keep the channel going. I don't want my channel. I'm fighting tooth and nail to keep my channel. I worked so hard to make a channel that was fun for everybody, and then when I started getting sick, I guess people didn't think it was so much fun anymore. But truth of the matter is, it happens. I'm not the only person out there trying to keep a channel going with health problems. I mean, there's people that have lost their legs. There's people with cancer. Problem with me right now is they don't know what I have. They think I might have a tumor. And that's a scary deal for me. So I'm, as long as my doctor can keep me on this little medicine regimen she's got me on, I can kind of semi-function. The problem is a couple of these are medicines that you cannot take for long periods of time, like prednisone. So I can only stay on them for a few days, and then I have to go back off. And when I go back off, I can't function. I just lay in bed and moan and groan. I can't walk. I can't fix food. I can't do anything. And at that point, that's where I have to drag somebody from my family in to try to take care of me. And I cannot expect anybody to do that on a constant basis. And not only that, I don't want to be that way. If I can't, do the things that I like to do, what's the point? I mean, y'all know me. It's 70 degrees right now. Where would I be? I'd be outside metal detecting, looking for coins. Yes, I know it's a steroid. I'm well aware of what it is. And the only way they can keep me functioning and moving right now is to load me up with a combination of steroids and opioids. So have fun with that one. Okay, 2, 4. Count this up real quick. Try to get my total before I get to the bank so I know exactly how much change I'm handing them. 6, 8, 10, and there really wasn't anything in there. And by the way, don't drop a roll of nickels on your foot. It'll bruise like heck. 14, 15, 16. All right. I got $118 in rolled change to take back to the bank. I still have more change I haven't rolled, but that's what's going today. So there wasn't anything exciting in those last 5 rolls, as I knew there wouldn't be, but I had to search them because one of the earlier ones I did find like a 1939 or something mixed in with all of the 2020 keys. So, you're looking for the the needle in the haystack there. So anyway, I'm going to share a couple of links with you real quick, and then I'm gonna go. Excuse me. Goodness. That's another part of this, all these weird medications I'm on. It's not fun. Gives me heartburn bad. Mikey, if you would go and find the link for Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor, that would be real handy. That would be real handy. While I find this other one, I need to get them a little more organized, but I have not. So that's just me. There are days when I cannot sit at the computer at all. It's just hard. My eyes start jumping around, and this should be the GoFundMe. Exactly. Bill, I only feel better when I'm on this medication thing. As soon as they take me off, I am bedridden, moaning, groaning. It's like somebody is drilling a nail into the side of my head. And without the medication thing, oh my goodness, that can't be right. I just tried to copy this, and it gave me a link about 500 miles long. The link might actually work, but it's 500 miles long. I don't know why I can't just get the short version. Let me go over here. Yeah, I'm not feeling well. We'll just put it that way. And it's getting progressively worse day after day. It's just not good. And without the medication, I don't function at all. Yeah, let me try this. This one here is useless. Let's remove that. And that one. That's the real GoFundMe, which we have more money than it looks like on here, because people have also sent PayPal donations. So anyway, yeah, that's what's happening. Is we're trying to get me this motorhome so that they can get me up to Michigan and get me settled in an area. Oh, my Cash App. Yeah, I always forget I have Cash App. See if I can. I have to have my phone to do that one, because I just got that because I needed it for somebody's site. That did not do PayPal. So that's my Cash App. So there's 3 different ways you can donate and try to get me to where there's some doctors that can actually doctor. So the problem is where I live right now, it's so rural. I'm out in the mountains, and let's face it, the specialists are going to want to be where they're going to make a bunch of money. And they're not going to make a bunch of money out here in hillbilly heaven. So they don't locate here. They locate 200 miles from here, 300 miles from here. And I can't drive, so I can't really do the big long trips that they need me to make, and I have 2 or 3 doctor's appointments every week, so it's just no longer feasible for me to be here. And so that's what's happening. I got my I got my nickels rolled up, and I've been nickels and pennies actually, roll of quarters, odds and ends. I'm getting ready to call my niece and have her come take me to the bank, and then I can give you a better idea of where we're at. We're really at about, I think, 2,500 on the fund. It just doesn't show that because the only things that show on the Gofundme are the ones that were actually donated through Gofundme. So, as you can tell, I'm wearing down pretty quick, so I'm going to go get my little errands run, come back, take my afternoon meds, and take my nap. I will try to catch a little of Larry Powell II is going on at noon Central Time, which is 1 Eastern, which is like about 40 minutes. He's got a giveaway going on, so y'all go over and raid Larry. We love our Larry. So anyway, I'm going to try and take care of a couple more things before I run out of juice here. Thank y'all for stopping by and watching me find nothing in those poison nickels. And I'll try and see y'all soon with an update. 74 DDO Roosevelt dime to look for. I can't read dimes. I'm too blind to read dimes. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. I feel kind of bad, because when other people that I know were sick, I went out there. Oh, I love them. I just can't read them. I went out and donated to their fundraisers and made videos for their fundraisers, and I'm not really seeing that happening on this, and it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit because this isn't a joke. This is kind of a life and death situation. And so, hey, Dime Bag, you just caught the very end. I'm sending everybody over to Larry Powell. He's got a giveaway going in about 40 minutes. So I got to go get my meds and get somebody to come take me to the bank and cash in all these useless coins. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye, everybody.